While the bow has always been a powerful weapon in Elden Ring, generally it's meant as a support weapon. Something you use to pull aggro, or to weaken an enemy from afar before switching to your main weapon once they get into range. Or to cause that one bird to fall to its knees and farm its runes over.
That bird used to lose its mind.
But when you're playing as the Iron Eye in Nightreign, the bow is the heart and soul of the class, which results in a playstyle that's very much unlike any of the other 8 Nightfarers in Nightreign, and one that is probably the closest thing to a support class that Nightreign offers.
The hippo? I didn't beat the Elden DLC, unfortunately.
The first thing that I noticed while playing with the Iron Eye is that they are a very squishy class. They can, of course, use any weapon they pick up, but the main reason why you'll want to always have a bow handy is mainly so that you can stay out of the fray and not have to worry about taking hits, because it doesn't take many to put you down, especially early on.
This is gonna be super co-op too.
Fortunately, your starting bow is pretty solid.
Where'd you end up making it to?
Damage and has Mighty Shot as its skill, which lets you attack from super far away, deal extra damage, and also deal some extra poise damage as well. It's also worth mentioning that the way bows work has largely been reworked in Nightreign. For one, they fire much faster, and you're able to move much quicker while shooting at a locked-on enemy. You also, thankfully, don't need a supply of arrows anymore. This does mean that you're stuck with whatever arrow type your weapon comes with, but it's definitely nice to not have to worry about how many arrows you have left, or potentially running out of arrows in a boss fight. As for other neat new touches, there's a new animation for when you shoot an arrow out of a roll. You're able to do cool acrobatic stuff like run up walls, leap off, and loosen arrow for style points. You don't have to go into first person mode when manually aiming, and you move much faster while doing so. The strong attack can fire a spread of 3 arrows that can hit multiple enemies at once. And yes, you can now backstab or use a visceral attack on a downed enemy with an arrow. Basically, everything that was missing from the bow in order to make it a viable primary weapon in base Elden Ring feels accounted for here in Nightreign. The Iron Eye's main skill is Marking, which is a very fast dashing dagger attack that goes through enemies and leaves them with a mark that will add extra damage from all sources. It's got a very short cooldown, which means that you can basically always have it as long as you're being attentive to when the debuff is active. It's also a great mobility tool as it lets you pass right through enemies to get out of the bad spot. Iron Eye's ultimate is Single Shot, which as the name implies, is a single powerful shot.
Oh, they gave him ultimates?
This is basically Mighty Shot on steroids. It takes a bit to charge up, but you're fully invulnerable during the animation, and once it's fired, the shot deals big damage and goes through.
Fully invulnerable is nice.
Making it great at taking out groups of enemies all at once. What really makes the Iron Eye shine?
Nah, bro, I'm finna show you my hours here in a second. Just like this is including some of the DLC. But 30, you ain't even scratched the surface. That's how deep, that's how much there is of that game.
Put themselves at significant risk to try and revive an ally. Or they must expend mana to cast a ranged spell, or maybe even use their ultimate skill. But the Iron Eye can do it safely.
That's how much there is of,
and without using any resources. That's an extremely valuable thing to have.
We saw the boss fight of this the other day. I posted this on my YouTube. Fighting him.
Is that every time an ally faints, another partition is added to the circle. And while the Iron Eye...
What the hell? What the helly? What the heliante?
Is great at rezzing allies that have only gone down once or twice, they will struggle to revive an ally that requires all 3 parts of the circle to be cleared, since they just don't have that kind of damage output from far away, unless they use their ultimate just for revival. While they may not be able to dish out the same kind of damage as some of the other classes, the Iron Eye's presence is always felt on the squad. Between their marking ability that makes everyone hit just a little bit harder, to their passive that increases the amount of items that everyone finds, to their mod-clearing ult, and to their unique ability to easily and safely revive people from a distance, the Iron Eye's utility
that's how you
is really
revive them?
unmatched among the rest of the Nightfarers. For more of our exclusive IGN First coverage on Elden Ring Nightreign, don't miss our Night Lord reveal gameplay, and for everything else in the world of video games...
Yeah, there it is right there. That's fire. That's gonna be enjoyable. I don't know if I'm gonna get it though. It's more multiplayer. But yeah, that was I like that they came out with something. I thought it was more DLC at first. Like, oh, there's more DLC for this game. How much are y'all gonna put in?